I did 400 push-ups at a go, and here was how I did it. So the first thing I did was I didn't postpone. Like when you want to do this kind of when you want to reach this feat, there will be one thing that wants to drag you down, like want to make you scared that it's not possible. But the thing is, you just have to start. That is it. And you can't be fully ready. That is it. You should be okay. I'm not saying like you should be okay before you start, but you can't be fully ready. So just start. That is it. Just start. Don't postpone. And secondly, remove these boots. Remove boots. Remove boots. You see why I said that. You see why I said that. And so another thing is to make you reach that level, you need to have, even if you don't have insane endurance, there are things you can understand. You can make up for that will help you along the line. So the first thing is your posture. So now are you is your balance all over the place? Are you shifting left to right while you are pushing up and down, or are you just going down and going up without control? If that's the case, you wouldn't go far. You will find out that when you're done 30 or 40, when you go 30 or 40, like most of your energy has been used up, and then you most of the times you might not reach that level except you take long amount of rest. And if you continue throwing yourself all over the place, you will give up at a particular point. So control yourself, control your body. Second, how do you do that? So you squeeze your body. You can see my legs. I squeezed my legs were close to each other. My hands are I'm shifted forward. Also, when I want to push down, push up, my body is straight. Also, I squeezed my core. I squeezed my abs. There's a mistake I made, which I corrected in my next video, which you will see when I post it. Like the distance between my palms and my hand were not really gripping, like were not really close. So like I was not really gripping the ground well, and that can be a very big problem, because if you're not gripping the ground well, you find that your hand is shifting, and you could see my hand was slightly tilting left, right, like my left palm. So, and it will cause what that will cause is that you need more energy then to push yourself up and down, and you start focusing on balancing that rather than the main workout. So there are ways your energy can deplete while working out if you're not careful. Like you might be burning more energy than you should if you don't balance and push yourself up. Also, my hands, when I'm going down, I'm not just spreading my hands anyhow. Like it's beneath my, it's at a line with my shoulder. So you understand? It's at a line with my shoulder. I'm not just widening my hand anyhow or something like that. So another thing you should do is you should hydrate. That is one thing you should do. You should hydrate when you're, and this is something I also didn't do, which I learned. So when you're trying to reach these feet, because you would sweat profusely, and you can see the reason why I said you shouldn't wear boots is you will see that you're not getting good grip. Your legs are not getting good grip on the ground. And so if you have a shoe that gives you good grip, fine, no problem. But mine wasn't giving me good grip, so I had to remove it, and I felt relief when I removed it. Like I was able to spend more energy on going down, coming up, rather than straightening my legs, gripping the floor and all that. So you can see I was sweating already, and that was 100. I completed 100. That was 100 I just completed. So that was just completed. And honestly, this is a milestone, because I have not done more than 100 push-ups in one stretch before. I have not done more than that before. So I saw this guy on YouTube. He did 1,000 push-ups. So I was like, oh, I think I can up on this challenge too. So my initial trial was 500. I was like, I'm going to do 500 for start, but it was harder than I thought. And you would see why I stopped at 400 later. But I stopped at 400, and You understand? But I was still really happy with myself because it's a milestone. I've made more than 100, and to go to 400 straight from 100 is really something. And I was happy with myself. But part of me was still like not satisfied because I didn't hit my target. I get that as part of what we are human beings. But so now there's something there is also another mistake I made, and I would not call it a mistake per se, but it's something I didn't really take into cognizance. Like while you're working out, you should keep your waist straight, and when you are squeezing your abs, that will help. But you should also take into cognizance keeping your waist straight. If you are sagging your waist, like I said, you will begin to leak energy on different aspects. You're not meant to leak energy. Although it takes strength to actually guard your waist and strengthen your waist, but trust me, the energy you would use in guarding it isn't up to the amount that would leak when you are letting your waist sag. Although you get to a particular point whereby you won't. It will be very, very hard for you to keep your waist straight. That is maintain that straight line, not letting your hips sag. But at least you should start with squeezing your core, making your waist straight, not letting it sag. So you click energy. And there is also one kind of very, 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 very good trick, and it's a trick I used and I discovered while working out. I think I was using it here already, which is you tuck your arms beneath your shoulder. So when you are going up and down, your arms are so close to your stomach that you won't need lots of energy to push you up and down. Now when your arms are wide away from your tummy, your arms are wide away from your chest, you would need solely the energy from your arms to lift you up. But when your arms are close to your tummy or close to your chest, you'll see that you just need half the energy or more than half the energy to just go up and come down. Your body will support it too. So that's it. And this was another problem I was facing, my wrist also, and water dripping on the ground. You can see I think water started to drip on the ground well at this point. And I wasn't liking it because it was making the floor slippery and weakening my grip on the ground. So there were a lot of issues. So like walking out is one thing, balancing yourself and coordinating is another thing. And now my wrists were aching, and this is the problem. This was even the major problem, because at this particular point my wrists were hot. I've never experienced this before because I've not gone past 100. So my wrists were hot and they were aching, so I had to do the Uno reverse to counter the effect. And so we keep going. Let's go. Yes, let's go. We keep going. Yes, we keep going. And guys, there's something also I want you guys to actually also note. Use visual anchors when you are working out and you feel like you are tired or you're almost giving up and you've not hit your target. Use visual anchors. And what I mean by visual anchors are mental image that we hold while doing something to improve the productivity or to improve the output of what you're doing at that particular moment. Now, the purpose of visual anchor is to improve your focus. And so if your focus is scattered all over the place, you just see you give up and not know why. You just see you stop, and when I ask you why did you stop, you might not really answer. But when you use visual anchors, you would not give up easily. When you want to give up, your mind will just be like, go move, just go. And eventually when you even give up, you can say that yes, I give up because I was really tired and understand. So it's just to improve your concentration. That's why visual anchors are very, very important. And talking about visual anchors, I would also like to point out that you could play mind games while working out. What I mean by mind games while working out is why, like you would see, at this particular point, I was telling myself, you know, I was telling myself, I think I've passed the 200 mark. This was around almost, I think this was around 200 or something like that. So I was telling myself, no, you've done 150. And now when I tell myself I've done 150, and I say just do 30 more, when I do 30 more, and I've actually done 200, I'll do 230, but in my mind I've done 180. So this can now push me to say, oh, do 20 more, and reach 200. And when I reach 200, I will have reached 270. Sorry, 250. Now, when I come to reality and I say it's 250, I'll be like, oh, 250 is closer to 400. Why don't I just keep pushing? Understand? But if you can, it's something that works for me. And I feel it's better if you use it too. But if you don't use it, no problem. And if you can push and understand, no problem. But it's actually something that is helpful. You see, and I said my wrists, legs, and arms are started to be trimmed because even at this particular fit, at this particular level, push-ups doesn't even only build your arms, your chest, and your shoulders. This is it. When you are straightening your leg to maintain balance, you are activating the quads muscle. So the quad muscle is getting built. Also your back, the repeated up and down movements at that long stretch also will start to target your back. Also aside from that, your lower arms too would build your chest, surely, obviously. Your core is something that would build because of that extended period of staying in that plank position. Staying in that plank position for a long period will also build your core. You will start to see your core burn. So the longer you get, the stressful it becomes, but also the better it becomes. Also, don't just injure yourself. Like if you are noticing visible signs of pain, visible signs of it's advisable to stop and take rest or treat that first before going back. You understand? So we're not going for death sentence actually. So but don't give up though. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. And so at this particular point, and there's something I was doing that wasn't really right. Although would I say I had to do it? Like shifting my buttocks up was a coping mechanism, but staying on a plank position for about 30 minutes, going up and down was like, to imagine it itself is work, and then doing it would wow, it's possible, but I guess that is something I'll need to work on. But it's going to be very, very hard. It's going to be hard because on a plank position, like, but there's something about pain. The thing is, when you are used to pain doesn't feel like pain anymore after extended period of time. So like when I was even doing it, like 120 was seeming hard, 130 was seeming hard, but when I got to like 220, which I think I am at this point, it wasn't really feeling so painfully. It was like I was used to it. So that kind of thing. So the longer you stay in pain, I think the more you get used to it. Just make sure your pain is the right one though. So my wrist again, I started to, this point, I was like, at this point I was like, I'm going to quit. But I just kept on saying push. I kept on saying push. In my mind I was like, I started to, there's this kind of helpful comparison I do. So like when I saw someone do 1,000 push-ups, I was like, okay, you've done 10% of. When I did 100, I was like, oh, you've done 10%. When I I did 20. I was like, oh, you done 20%. So when I wanted to quit, I was like, bro, you can't quit at 30%. 30% is low battery. So that kind of thing. So then I go again and I push and I push and I push. So so it was wild. And so kept going, we keep 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 going, yes, we keep going, yes, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. I mean, it's a reminder for you not to lose your balance. If you lose your balance and you're walking up, but you are pushing up and down, off balance, it's going to be really hard. You are just going to start causing you problems for your body. Um, and what I learned, I was like, my, and what I learned after 400 push-ups is your endurance, not only your it build your endurance while you push-ups, it also build your endurance all round. Like it build your endurance while you are doing other kind of workouts. So I noticed that after this session and the next day when I worked out, I noticed I was able to go further when I was working out on my leg. I noticed I was able to beat my limits, something I wasn't able to do before. So and I did that because that mindset of pushing past the limits was really stayed in my brain after doing 400 push-ups. So I was like, hey, since I do 400 push-ups, and it came seriously, and it came seriously. So that's one thing. Also, if you are looking to even lose weight, this is a very, 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 very good exercise method. You can see how you can see the flow. You see the flow, the amount of calories I'm burning and the amount of sweat dripping from my body. That's something. After I finished, like I just felt, I won't say light, but I felt like as if I escaped my body a little bit. Like on a normal day, when I do something like 100 push-ups, and the next, I feel it in my hand, like I feel my hand heavy. But like, it wasn't the case for this. Like my hand was like as if it was light. What was like it was like it was the next day. The next day, even the next day, my hand was still feeling it. It was the next. It was the day after the next day that I started feeling, started feeling my arms, started feeling it in my arms, that age you get when you work out, started feeling it, and all the time. So started feeling it on my chest. Um, so that was another thing I experienced. Another thing I experienced. And then you might be saying, why am I, this? Why am I doing it? Doing 400 or exercises? And the thing is, when you push harder, the results get better. When the results get better, working out goes past being the physical part of the body. It goes beyond physical. It works on the mental. Like now, I'm able to, I'm able to survive things I was able to survive before mentally. Understand? So mentally I'm stronger because for you to even do 400 push-ups at once, it's not physical anymore. Like it's like a mental warfare. You understand? Because when you give what you're saying, which is the same in real life. When something wants to break you down, and now you're mentally stronger, you stand to handle such situation. So that's one of the benefits. Physically, there will be benefits. Also, medically, actually, have you noticed when you're having a headache or when you're having back pain or when you feel like you're almost getting sick and you walk out and you feel relieved and it feels like sickness has gone away? That's one of the benefits of walking out. let's go. Don't stop. We can do it. Don't stop, people. Don't stop. We can do it. Yes, let's go. Actually, you want to stop. The thing is, when I was already at this point, I was like, just give up, stop. Like, the thing is, wanting to stop is a choice, and choosing not to stop, I mean, is another choice. At this point, I also knew that I was like, at this particular point, you'll be like, it's a very, very logical point to stop. But when you don't stop, you feel like, oh, what is this stop? So that's why you understand. You need to push and you understand. So um you have energy and you can still go. Imagine what you should be picturing is, imagine that dopamine boost to get all these things. Imagine that kind of that joy you get when you finish. Also, but if you don't finish, no problem. It's no problem. Your work is not tied to the push-ups.